2-1 already. They can win the NCAA championship by winning this game. UCLA coach Al Skates somewhat concerned, as you might expect, and USC is fired up. Cliff Capololu is serving for the USC Trojans. This is Steve Zabriske along with Diana Nyad as we are nearing the end of Game 4 and possibly a championship for USC. Beautiful save by the Trojans. And Hovland puts it away for USC. They are now 1 point away from the national title. They lead 14-5 here in Game 4. Their coach, Ernie Hicks, looking on.
UCLA in absolute desperation in this fourth game. Their only hope is to bring their offense back in the middle of the court. They can't possibly get by USC's strong blocking defense on the outside.
And Capololu's serve is outside the red lines. The service fault gives the side out back to UCLA. And so the Bruins in white will have a chance to come back. They are trailing 14-5 here in game number 4. Mark Slevkov serving. And a fault has been called against Dusty Dvorak of USC, who apparently touched the net in handling that ball. And so it's a point for UCLA, making it 14-6 in favor of the USC Trojans. Slevkov will continue to serve. UCLA hanging on, because a victory in this game would give USC the championship. USC the only team to beat UCLA in the last 2 years. Beautiful save. And the kill by Steve Golnack of UCLA. 14-7 now as the Bruins are trying to come back.
There's that play down the center, Steve, that UCLA needs.
USC won the first game, UCLA the second game, and USC the very important third game, 15-13. This is game 4. And Golnack puts it away again for the Bruins of UCLA to make it 14-8 as UCLA is making a desperate run at Southern California. Slevkov standing well back of the back line. You may stand as far back as you want. Pat Powers puts it away for USC. Side out, back to the Trojans. They win the serve back and are still only 1 point away from victory. Tim Hovland will be serving.
That kill by Pat Powers, by the way, was his 23rd for the match. Incredible.
And just as Hovland was serving for the match, he served it right into the net. And so the service fault gives it back to UCLA on the side out. USC coach Ernie Hicks looking on. Randy Stocklow serving for UCLA. And apparently Andrew Smith of UCLA did not handle that ball cleanly. Remember, you can only contact the ball with the lower part of your arm from the elbow down, and you must hit it with both hands at the same time. Apparently, that was not the case, and so Hedlund is serving for the game. And Steve Timmons blocks it for USC. The Trojans have won the NCAA Volleyball Championship for 1980. Only the second time in the history of the event for the USC Trojans to become the national champions. They did it in 1977. They've done it again here in 1980. Ernie Hicks and his team celebrating their victory over defending national champion and 7-time champion UCLA.
What an upset, Steve. There are probably 2 reasons USC took it this year. One defensive, one offensive. First, on the defense, USC always had 2 strong high blockers up, and UCLA could never get past them at the outside of the net. Second reason was offensive, and there he is, number 9, Pat Powers, 23 kills for the match.
Incidentally, the other 2 teams in the 4-team tournament were Ohio State and Rutgers Newark. Ohio State defeated Rutgers Newark for 3rd place. But USC is the national champion for 1980. That's the story. Now let's return to Keith Jackson.